Welcome into the Alan Harris Show as we're talking with the head coach of the Chaparral Bobcats. In fact, we were just talking about the name. We need to change it to Trail Riders or Rough Riders. We're going to do that. I don't know if the school district will like it.
We design the helmet decal. We
come up with
something cool.
I mean, with the bandana on the cowboy and everything, man. They're pretty tough. Hey, you had a tough team right in here the other night, them Shoemaker Grey Wolves. They're pretty stacked over there on that side of town, of course, in a different district than y'all are and everything. So that was our final tune-up for district. They have a tough game this week coming up too. But talk about that game. You look really, really good. I was sitting there watching you move the ball down the field and turn the ball over, and it seemed like that just changed things right there. And they scored real quick. And after that, I mean, you played a good game. We talked about it the other day.
Yeah, I mean, number one, hats off to Shoemaker. They've got it going, and Coach Foreman does a great job. And so, really, that game will help us be better down the road because we see that level of competition, and we can get out there and compete. Well, then, therefore, that makes us more confident in people we're going to play down the road. And so, their team speed is superior, and they do a great job getting after the football. So, again, I was proud of our kids. They showed up and competed and got after it, regardless of the opponent. And we improved, and if we can improve day to day and week to week, then there's some bigger games down the road for us.
Yeah, even to the end of the game, they played all the way to the end of the game. They did not stop, whether they were down the scoreboard or not.
Yeah, no, our kids are competing, and that's what you do. You finish in the weight room on the practice field, and of course it carries over to the game.
Do you feel like you built a family here, a little bit of a family over the last year and a half, I guess? We're going to take like half a year last year because you finished so late. Then you get the kids in, and this is like year two. We're a couple games in. Do you feel like they're starting to get it?
Yeah, I do, and I think they're together, and they're starting to understand team football, offense, defense, defense, which is special teams. We all have to do that, but that camaraderie of working together and paying the price together and understand that it's hard together, and then, we do some team dinners and we do all kind of stuff. But in the end, you got to care about your guy to your right and your left. And if you can do that and come together as a team, then you'll be more successful down the road. And so that's what you want to teach too. It's more than just you. It's not about you. It's about what you can do for others. And in the end, that's kind of what Connected Dots, that's what life's about.
Mm-hmm.
Helping others and then not being worried about getting anything in return, and that makes you feel good as a human being, and so support your teammate, do your job, do what you're supposed to do on each and every play, and then the play usually works out like it's supposed to if you will give great effort for what you're supposed to get done.
Yeah, well, your team definitely is a classy team, that's for sure. I mean, class all the way across the board. After the games, there's no throwing helmets, there's no yelling at each other. They shook it up, it came over to talk to you, break them down to positions, talk to the kids about the game and get them into the locker room, and just very respectful team to you and to the crowd and everything all the way around. A pleasure to watch you guys play is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, that's a great compliment. We battled through some stuff, growing pains last year of not knowing them and them not knowing us, and so play hard, have class, and that's what we talk about a lot. And it's not, we're not out there to garner attention for ourselves. Your play will do that, and we're always going to respect our opponent, no matter who it is. And the number one, really opposition we're worrying about is ourselves. Overcome ourselves and take care of what you're supposed to do, and then good things will happen for you. And we're going to use that to our advantage because we're trying to develop good people, not just players.
You got to turn around the program from nothing to something in a year and a half is pretty good. Because I was talking with some of the other coaches in the district, and we think you're going to get one of those 4 district spots. Hope we're not jinxing you right now, but we're looking for you to get one of those playoff spots before it's all said and done.
Well, that's a good goal. We want to improve day to day and week to week, and we got some good young talent mixed with some older kiddos, and so if they'll just keep working, they'll get better.
Yep, and you got them coming up through the system, and you like the 9th grade programs. The 8th grade programs you've been watching.
Yeah, so all the levels on up through are doing what they're supposed to do to be better. Right now we're running 2 freshman teams and 2 JV teams, which is what you need to do week in and week out because those kids need game time.
Yeah.
And you learn by playing, and so that's very important. And so, love to see those guys out there working out. And we have quite a few of them that like to help on Friday night. And what's fun is you watch them be ball boys, and you turn around and they're on the field. They're actually playing, and and that's fun to see metamorphose into a team, because they've seen it, and then they've been in the system, and then they get older, and then now they're out there, and there's another freshman group that's helping on the sideline, script plays, and helping us with things, auxiliary things on the sideline. And so more the merrier for me. I'm glad they want to be down there, because a lot of them would rather be in the bleachers chasing a friend around in the back, and you got guys that's caring about football.
Yeah, and caring about team camaraderie too. Marble Falls Mustangs, a battle of, I don't know what we're going to call it, between here and there. I guess it'd be 190 that way.
Yeah, 195, you cut across there at Florence. What is that?
I know a couple back ways. We can go to Max, back over this way too. So
they're off of 281 there, so 195 to 281. It only takes about an hour to get over there.
All I know is they got great places to eat.
I think we mentioned that last year. If you're ever going through there during early morning hours, if you don't stop and get breakfast, something wrong with you.
Yeah. In fact, we may just go down there one day.
The Blue Bonnet Cafe. Well, we need to make sure it's not during the season. We get too much going on during the season to worry about.
We got to be able to get pies and bring them home without melting too.
Yeah.
You got to think about that.
Yeah, they have, I think the best, but the breakfast is outstanding.
Yeah.
I've been in some district meetings out that way and go through there early morning.
Hopefully the Blue Bonnet's listening and will offer us dinner sometime when we come through there, hopefully. But
you may want to send it to them, but we're giving them some press anyway.
Yeah, Marble Falls Mustangs. A couple years ago, they had a ex-UT quarterback coaching over there. I know they've had some storied history in the past. What are you looking for?
Yeah, they're coming off a tough couple of games as well. They do a great job with what they got, over there as well. They dropped down from 5A to 4A, so they know what 5A experience is like. They know what it is to play 5A football, so that's not going to overwhelm them. They got two really good, fullback and halfback, really, really tough runners and hard to bring down. And defensively, they're going to fly around and get to the football. And so we got to play well. We got to do what we do well and not worry about necessarily the opponent. But they're a tough matchup for us, and so they beat us last year over there, and our kids remember that. And so we just know we got a battle on our hands Friday, and we just got to show up and be physical.
They throw the ball, run the ball. What do they do?
They're mostly run. They're kind of a mirror image, a little bit of what we try to do, and so they work hard at it and get after it up front. So it's going to be a physical game for both teams.
And a nice little ride too. That ain't a bad ride. If you're going somewhere, I'd much rather be going out to the west than have to get I-35 down and go up and down that way. So at least you're going to have a nice drive out there, time for the kids to relax, get ready for the game, coach them up a little bit on their way, stuff like that.
Yeah, no, it's an easy commute. But luckily this year we have them here.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry about that.
No, that's good.
I just always I want to go to the Blue Bonnet. That's what it is.
No Marble Falls, but we, last year we played here 3 straight weeks, but we were the visitor the second week, and then this year with Leo Buckley, the little problem they had over there week 1, we didn't get to go over there, so we were the visitor here week 1, and so it'll be 3 weeks that we've been able to stay here close, and so people don't really realize that's a luxury. We don't have to pack up helmets, extra man bag, equipment. We're staying in our locker and walk right across the street. Where a lot of these teams that don't have a stadium on campus, it's like an away game 10 weeks.
Yeah. And
so we're very fortunate to get to play 3 straight weeks here.
Well, I'm sorry I stepped in it, folks, but I did. I've got it all over my shoes, but I think we'll be all right. We are playing here at home, so come on out to Chaparral and watch them at Cchelles Stadium, 7 o'clock kickoff on Friday night. I've got all that information correct. I was just thinking too much about going to Marble Falls. I guess I do need to go.
You need to take a little road trip down that direction. No doubt.
Evidently. So we do need a crowd out here at Cchelles Stadium of Chaparral fans. Killeen folks, come out and support this team. It's young, it's growing, it's getting better all the time. The more support, the better. Can't say anything else, but very proud of everything you've done so far, and at least you know where you're playing the ball game at. I don't really need to worry about it quite as much.
No.
So
we just need to show up, make sure we're at the right spot. So we're going to stay right here at home.
All right. Well, good luck to you, Alan.
Thank you.
You are watching I-14 Sports Network.